What's going on, everyone? Gilman with Wellthy Stocks, back with our daily Palantir update video, ticker symbol PLTR, where we take a look at how Palantir stock traded today, key levels of support and resistance that we are looking at moving into the future, and based on that, what we think Palantir stock could do. So real quick, if you enjoy videos like this, don't forget to hit that like button down below, subscribe to my channel if you are new, and comment down below what your thoughts on Palantir are, and I'd love to chat with you guys down there. Let me go ahead and hit record. We'll get right into the video. Should be a quick one today. We got a small red day on our hands again. We're down about 37 cents on the day, which is about 1.59%. So for those of you guys that have watched my videos from the past couple of days, you know, we got that big contract, 5 years, $89.9 million. But there was an analyst that wasn't too happy. So let's take a look at that real quick. And what this analyst talks about, and then we'll also go into the technical analysis part of things. So what we saw was, Palantir being awarded a $90 million 5-year contract for the Department of Energy Safety Analytics, Forecasting and Evaluation Reporting, the SAFER program, and they will also integrate data and enable the National Nuclear Security Administration, and NSA, to assess the organization's safety program health, right? So that's what we're talking about here, you guys. They got a pretty big contract, right? The Department of Energy could potentially add 18 million in incremental revenue per year. But what they're talking about is, other than kind of that, those are a couple ones that they pointed out. It's not been a crazy quarter in terms of government bookings. So that's what they're pointing out here. And the other thing that they talk about a little bit is the fact that commercial sales increased by 4% in the December quarter, but it's too early to bet on kind of that commercial sector, right? So that's what they're talking about here. What I do want to look at, though, you guys, is the average price target for Palantir in terms of analysts. It's about 25.83 with a high of 40 and a low of 15. Palantir bulls see plenty of upside, and at the even the $25 mark is about a 12% upside over the next 12 months. That's not, I don't necessarily agree with that. I think Palantir, if it can continue doing what it's doing, adding government contracts, adding commercial contracts like we've seen with, Rio Tinto, 3M, the IBM deal, Amazon AWS availability, I think the potential's, there. But I do want to kind of acknowledge that, a lot of Palantir so far has been reliant on government. So what we really need to see is a development of the commercial sector. I definitely see that happening. So it's not like, oh, why are they not doing it? It's a matter of, are they doing it fast enough? Can they keep this pace up? All that good stuff. So just wanted to quickly cover that, right? They did get that deal. The other thing I want to talk about is we do have demo day coming up in about a week now, a week from today. April 14th, I believe, is when that is. They're going to show industrial capabilities that we talked about yesterday. So it should be hopefully a great event. We haven't seen really any excitement in anticipation of that, but hopefully we see that come in over the next couple of days. So pretty similar looking chart, guys. I don't know, we've seen this happen over the past few days, where we push up only to then sell off and then kind of end the day red and end the day below VWAP, right? So that's what we see here. We make a push up. We couldn't even make it to that level. We stopped about 7 cents short. Then we came back down to 22.80s, and then we pushed up, got rejected by VWAP, and then ended the week slightly red on the day. So that's what we're talking about here. Not a great trading day for Palantir. Unfortunately, we got rejected by VWAP, ended the day red, and so that's kind of how we traded today. Could not really make it to that level, unfortunately, and could not even hold the gain at the beginning of the day. So here's the daily chart for Palantir. What we see here is this bull flag pattern, and when that broke out, we went from kind of the mid-20s to mid-30s. The next few days took us to mid-40s, sold off, ran into earnings, and then we sold off for 3 reasons. Executives selling their shares because the lockup period ended. Totally cool. A lot of them actually held a majority of their shares, which is good news. Palantir actually had a surprise earnings loss instead of surprise loss rather than earnings. So we got that, and then the overall market was selling off, right? That took us to kind of the low 20s, and then we kind of pushed up to 27s, and then we sold off again. And now we're seeing another kind of 3 days of lower highs, lower lows. So that's definitely not good. Today was barely a lower low and a lower high, but it was a lower high, lower low day. So unfortunately, right, we're continuing that for 3 days now, and that too on a week where, you know, we got that $90 million contract. Let's talk about future levels of support, future levels of resistance. So unfortunately, we're below all the exponential moving averages now. Even the 89 and the 2378, which we briefly broke above, you know, this week, we're back below that. Which is kind of sad, right? That's kind of the last level of support you want to see the stock at, that 89 EMA. So below that, it's definitely not a good sign. And Palantir has really struggled to, you know, really break out of it. So hopefully we see a reversal soon. Let's talk about levels of support, levels of resistance. We got a decent level of support here at 22.48, and then we got a level at 21.50, and then the $20 mark, right? So those are kind of the three levels that we have support at. I think this 22.48 should be a great level of support for us. You know, if we see another red day, hopefully that level holds. But on the other side, resistance is this 2360, and then 2408, and then 2539. What I'm hoping for, if we see a green day or two this week, or, you know, early next week in anticipation of a run up to demo day, is a push towards kind of the mid 20s at least, right? 25, and then maybe that sets us up for kind of the 2680s. Not gonna, you know, buy anything short-term calls related to that just yet, because clearly we haven't seen any indication that it is gonna push up, but I'm holding everything that I have. I've got shares, I've got those leaps going out to 2022 and 2023, holding on to those and hoping for a turnaround soon. Markets are overall looking, you know, decent, not too bad. NASDAQ was actually down on the day, Dow Jones was flat on the day, and the S&P was slightly up on the day. We've got really strong resistance if I were to draw a line here in the 406, 407 mark on the S&P 500, and then IWM was also decently red on the day, right? So IWM, which is the Russell 2000, you know, kind of your small cap, was down 1.61%. So that being said, the fact that Palantir was down 1.59, very, very in line with IWM, not relatively really weak at all. But hopefully, you know, because we have a catalyst event coming for Palantir, we see that turnaround happen. We make a push in the next couple of days. Clearly, money is flowing into big tech, right? If you also watch my Apple videos, you know how well we're doing there. So just, you know, money moving around, nothing too crazy, but hopefully it turns around, because Palantir has been kind of dragging for a little while now. As always, let me draw out the kind of line, the reason why I really like Palantir still. I do think this company has a lot of potential, and I think that, you know, if we, you know, draw a trend line here, kind of going back to the mid 30s, we've got about a 60% return. $40, we got a 74% return, and then 45, we got a 96% return, right? So even if we say, you know, set a 1 year target of it hitting the mid 30s, that's about a 60% return. That's what I'm hoping for. That's why I continue to hold my shares and leap calls. Now, there's no guarantee that it has to happen, but I do think that, you know, with the pace Palantir has been growing at, we could definitely do that. So that's what I'm hoping for, you guys. Hope you guys all enjoyed the video. If you did, don't forget to drop a like, subscribe to my channel, comment down below what your thoughts on Palantir are, and I'd love to chat with you guys down there. Let's remember to be a bit better every single day, and until next time.